Hello, and welcome back for another adventure in the cookie jar. Today we are starting the apple turnover murder. We're going to be doing the first recipe from this book. It is called Vanilla Crack. So it is quite a simple recipe. There's 5 ingredients. The first thing you're going to do is preheat your oven to 350. You're going to want, it says 1 box salted soda crackers. I use saltines. I pulled out a sleeve because that seems like more than enough to cover the pan. If not, I have more. 2 sticks salted butter, 1 cup. 1 cup white granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and half a cup of salted nut pieces. It says to get a 10-inch by 15-inch sheet pan with heavy-duty foil, spray it with nonstick spray. It says if you have a gently rolled pan, that's perfect. If you don't, turn up the foil on the sides of the pan, of a cookie sheet, whatever. Says to cover the bottom of the pan completely with the saltines, break them in half if you have to. And then you're going to make a toffee by melting the butter, the sugar, and the vanilla together. Once it's boiling heavily, it's got a note saying a full boil will have breaking bubbles all over the surface of the pan. And then once it's at the full boil, you're going to boil it for 5 minutes, stirring it constantly. If its butter's too much, you can reduce the heat. If it starts to lose the boil, you can increase the heat. Just don't stop stirring. And it says you're going to pour that over the soda crackers. I start by pouring the mixture in lines from top to bottom of the length of the pan. Then I turn it and pour more lines over the width of the pan. Once the whole pan is cross-hatched with the hot toffee mixture, I pour any that's left where it is needed. If it doesn't cover the soda crackers completely, don't worry, it'll spread out quite a bit in the oven. Then you're going to sprinkle the top with salted nut pieces over the top. I actually got a can of mixed nuts and I just kind of broke them up with my hands, so they're not really chopped. They are broken up a bit, so you get more of the different types of nuts. And then you're going to bake it at 350 for 10 minutes, let it cool on a wire rack. And when the cookies have thoroughly cooled, peel off the foil and break them into random size pieces. I find it odd that they call these a cookie, but whatever. We have made something similar before and it was delicious. So I'm really hoping it keeps with that theme. And with Thanksgiving being next week and Christmas being less than a month away, maybe a little bit more than a month, something like this with like some holiday sprinkles would probably be really good and a really easy thing to make and take wherever you need to. But with that being said, let's get started. This is all we need to make this vanilla crack. So the first thing we want to do is take our sprayed foil lined pan and line it with the crackers. It does specify to line it with the salt side up. So yes, 1 sleeve of crackers almost perfectly covers the bottom. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is turn our stove to medium-high heat. And then we're going to add the butter. The sugar. And the vanilla extract. And we're going to get that to a boiling boil. That is step 1. Okay, so at this point, all of the butter has melted in and we're just waiting for it to boil. Okay, so we are at a full boil, so now we need 5 minutes. And remember, it says to stir it constantly. Oh, it smells divine. It's kind of looking like when you make Rice Krispie treats and you melt the marshmallows and the butter together. It's kind of got that kind of look. Kind of smells like it too. All right, 5 minutes is up. This doesn't really seem horrible, but we shall try. I might have done something wrong, guys. And I followed the directions, so it's not on me. We have that. And now we just top it with our nuts. Now we pop this into the oven for 10 minutes. This is what we pulled out. Now we just let it cool down completely and break it apart. So this is what we have. One of the last few things we have to do is break it up, which I'm not really sure. Okay. I guess just break it per cracker. It seems to want to go naturally break on those lines. So, oh, that one didn't quite break right. So here we have what we called vanilla crack. It's super good. I like it a lot. It's not too sweet. It's got a nice saltiness to balance it. The toffee's a lot lighter than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be more of an amber color, but it is called vanilla crack, so I don't know. And like I said, you can always dress this up with some like holiday sprinkles, especially part of the year we're going in. But if you're enjoyed this one, you'll probably enjoy what we are making next week. It is called chocolate crack. It is slightly different. They've got graham crackers and brown sugar, and I can't remember what they top it with. Maybe it's just chocolate that's put on top. But if you're interested in seeing the difference, join us next week. I hope y'all have a good one. Bye.